Hello, how is everyone doing? It is your fallen angel back with another video. Today, we are covering the concept of what is the Kabbalah? Now, the Kabbalah is a beautiful concept. Now, I'm just going to give you a quote that I reiterated in my previous Kabbalah video, but I'm going to say it again. Women have babies. This is a special thing. This is a astral thing. Women making babies, right? Coming from the womb, it's a special creation of life. Now, the duality of this is men have Kabbalah. Now, before we get started, feel free to check us out on Patreon, Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, things of that nature. Also, like and subscribe if you're new. Also, do it anyways, even if you're not new, even if you're a returning customer. I do appreciate it. Other than that, guys, let's just jump right in. So, the Kabbalah is an accurate method to investigate and define a man's position in the universe. The wisdom of the Kabbalah tells us the reason why man exists, why he is born, why he lives, what the purpose of his life is, where he comes from, and where he is going after he completes his life in this world. Kabbalah is a method of reaching the spiritual world. It teaches us about the spiritual world, and by studying it, we develop another sense. With the help of this sense, we can be in touch with the upper worlds. Guys, we understand this concept of as above, so below. But what does it truly mean? We want to understand the premise of why we are here. This is a premise that no one can teach you except the Kabbalah. This tree of life explains the supernal, the astral plane, the mental plane, and the physical plane all intertwined, the fourfold reality. Now let's jump into the next slide. Kabbalah is not a theoretical study, but a very practical one. Man learns about himself, who he is, what he is like. He learns what he needs to do to change himself, stage by stage and step by step. He conducts his research through the inner self. This is a very, very important key, guys, because a lot of men have this strong urge, strong desire, strong understanding, and it seems like they want to suppress it because they do not understand who they really are. Now, the Kabbalah is a way to find out who you really are internally. It explains the feminine and masculine polarities that which we live in. It is a very beautiful process. Let's continue. All experimentation is conducted on himself, within himself. That is why the Kabbalah is called the hidden wisdom. Through Kabbalah, a person undergoes internal changes that only he feels and knows are taking place. This activity occurs within a person. It is unique to him, and only he knows about it. Now, guys, the reason why this is only a unique thing to you, and it's the hidden wisdom to you, it's because nobody can tell you your life's nuance. Nobody can tell you what happened in your reality. Reality is subjective to the user. So the things that you went through, the things you perceived at a young age, the things that made you feel a certain way, the things that made you cry as a boy, only you know what took place. And the Kabbalah is here to show you what your true path is in this lifetime, why you've seen what you've seen, why you feel what you feel, and your connection with the supernal. Let's move on to the next slide. The word Kabbalah comes from the Hebrew word lakabel, to receive. Kabbalah describes the motives of actions as the desires to receive. This desire refers to receiving various kinds of pleasure. In order to receive pleasure, a person is usually willing to invest great effort. The question is, how can one attain the maximum amount of pleasure while paying a minimum price for it? Everyone tries to answer this question in his own way. Guys, just reiterating that we've seen many people trying to look for pleasure, whether this be simplistic ways, drinking your sorrows away, using drugs, having meaningless amalgamations, things of that nature, chasing lust, chasing desires, but they do not understand the true power within. The Kabbalah teaches you the true power within and your true purpose, right? It teaches you pleasure beyond belief. There is a certain order to the way the desire to receive develops and grows. In the first stage, man lusts after physical pleasure, like we just mentioned. Then he seeks money and honor. An even stronger desire makes him thirst for power, right? Psychopathy increases, narcissism increases, Machiavellianism increases. He may later develop a desire for spirituality, which is at the peak of the pyramid. A person who recognizes how great his desire for spirituality begins to seek ways of satisfying this desire. The passage through the stages of desire to receive makes a person become familiar with his abilities and limitations. So guys, from the moment you're a young man, you seek. This is the starting as a young man. Seeking. Whether this is seeking knowledge, seeking power, seeking lust, seeking anything in this cosmos. It begins as you seeking. But what the Kabbalah is trying to explain is, once you seek and become one with your spirituality, you will understand everything, and everything becomes one, and you will understand that everything is one. Kabbalah deals with the upper worlds, also known as the supernal, or the supernatural. The roots of our feelings and thoughts, which we cannot grasp, since we have no control over the worlds. We do not know how and why our feelings and thoughts are created. We wonder at experiences such as sweet, bitter, pleasant, rough, and so forth. We are unsuccessful at building scientific tools to examine our feelings, even in the field of psychology, psychiatry, and other social disciplines. Guys, when we think of this is why I try to explain to people. There is no doctor that can diagnose a person who... There's no psychiatrist, no psychologist in this world that can understand or determine your feelings or thought process. Sure, they can give you medicine to numb certain things, to do things to cause placebo, things of that nature. There's plenty of medicines in the pharmacology world. But to truly understand your essence, and to truly understand why you go through the same things you go through, why this puzzle of life is so rampant, why you're even here, why the things you experience happen, explains the upper worlds. It is explained through the stars and how we are all connected to the supernatural and the astral plane. Behavioral factors remain hidden from our understanding. Kabbalah is a system for scientifically evaluating our feelings. It takes the total of our feelings and desires and provides an exact scientific formula for each and every phenomena, at each level, for each type of understanding and feeling. So guys, one of the beginning stages is considered chokmah. This is known as the life force, the wisdom that comes about. This explains how the supernatural wisdom, also this could be considered as the semen of life, comes about. So these behaviors and the things that happen within your mini universe, the Kabbalah can explain it in this tenfold understanding. This is the work of feelings combined with intellect. It uses, for beginning students, geometry, matrices, and diagrams. When studying Kabbalah, they realize each of their own feelings and begin to understand it. You become one with your feelings. You no longer are using your feelings as a weapon or trying to drown yourself away from it, trying to numb your corpus callosum, trying to numb your medulla, trying to numb these things that are creating these feelings. They know what name it should be given according to its power, direction, and character. A lot of this applies with chakra systems. We also explain chakra systems in this channel as well. Feel free to check that out as well. The Kabbalah explains chakra systems as well as with the third eye. We understand the third eye is very, very powerful, guys. The wisdom of the Kabbalah is an ancient and proven method. Through it, man can receive higher awareness and attain spirituality. This is really his goal in this world, in this cosmos, in this mini-universe. When a person feels a desire for spirituality, he starts to feel a longing for it, and can then develop the desire through the wisdom of Kabbalah that has been provided by the Creator. Regardless on who you believe is the Creator, who you believe is the Creator of the macrocosm, Shiva, Brahman, Yahweh, Yeshua, Jesus, Allah, Muhammad. The list goes on and on for who you could think the Creator is. Regardless, the Kabbalah explains the connection between the physical realm, the astral realm, the mental realm. All fourfold reality is intertwined with the creator and the created, the singularity and the duality in man. So guys, the Kabbalah is a word that describes the aim of the Kabbalist to attain everything a man is capable of in this lifetime as a thinking being, the highest of all other creatures. Now, that is the last slide, but let's just break this down real quick. Now, they say the lion is the apex of the village or the jungle. But really, man is the apex of this world, because we are the highest of all other creatures. Even though we are all one, we are still the highest because of our brain power, our ability to communicate at such large scales, our ability to create, our memory, our creativity, our intuitiveness, our thoughts, our emotions. All of this are intertwined. These do not come out of thin air. All things are connected, regardless on how you see them. Everything in this cosmos is connected in a slight, thin like thread. Almost like a neutrinos going through time-space. It is all connected, guys. So guys, we just explained what is Kabbalah. In future videos, we will be going more in depth into the Kabbalah. Feel free to check out our other video explaining the 10 paths. But other than that, guys, feel free to check us out on Patreon, Rumble, Twitter, Instagram, things of that nature. Also, like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to see them. Other than that, guys, this is your fallen angel, and I am out.